Christina with Christy Lynn Outside, coming to you from my garden on February 28th, 2025, the last day of February, and I think we have passed our last frost. Our average last frost date is not until March 7th, but it's looking, the forecast is looking pretty promising. So of course, I love taking risks, even though I shouldn't. I'm gonna plant some flowers out today, and I will walk you around and show you some things that have happened in the last couple weeks. I'm still having problems with the neighborhood wildlife digging in some of my gardens, even though I have wire down on top, and they dug up some of my cabbages, and what was left of my cabbage that was in the garden was eaten by snails or slugs, I believe. So I planted out some more cabbages that I had inside. My basil, my lime basil, and the zinnias that I planted before the last frost didn't make it. And I mean, I should have known that. Basil doesn't like cold, and neither do the zinnias. So I made a note of that in my calendar to try to hold off, no matter how exciting it is to have fall spring. Hold off on the flowers and the basils and just put some cold weather stuff out. Celery, cabbages, greens, things like that. So let's get started on taking a look at some of the things that I've done this past week and get some more flowers planted out. So we're gonna start indoors here and take a look at the two remaining WIG 2024 challenge trays that I have going. I think I'm gonna be on my last harvest of this tray of devil's ear lettuce, Brian's Beauty lettuce, some Japanese red mustard, mizuna, and arugula. It's fed me all winter, these trays. I think I had three or four trays of lettuces, different kinds of lettuces, and bok choy. This bok choy is super awesome. I mean, look at that. It looks great. It's ready to harvest. I need to harvest all this bok choy and do another stir fry soon. And I have a couple more celery that I haven't transplanted outside yet. Probably going to take those outside soon. And a little more arugula and lettuce that is looking great. Ready to harvest for another salad. I am loving growing lettuce inside because there are no bugs, no dirt, just clean, healthy lettuce to cut straight off the plant and rinse and eat. And I've absolutely loved them. Now everything else I have here is stuff that's going to go outside very soon. Look at these tomatoes. They're huge. So many tomatoes. And they don't really look amazing because the watering has not been the best in here. My tachi tomatoes have not done well at all. But my hashtag tomato challenge 2025 tomato plants are looking stout, and they are ready to be hardened off and brought outside. Oh, you know what? Actually, this one looks great, but this one looks like she needs a drink of water. I don't know what's wrong with her. But look at these peppers. All these peppers. More peppers. Well, actually, this is also tomatoes. Tomatoes, peppers, more peppers, more peppers. Eggplants and more peppers. I mean, and another tray of lettuce that can either stay inside or go outside. This lettuce is actually looking way more healthy than any of the other lettuces I had. And they're way past time to be up potted. But I'll be doing that shortly once I get rid of these other trays that have been harvested a few times. Here I have some flowers. I brought most of my flowers outside to be transplanted today. But this is some more seedlings of basil, and these are onions. These are Ishikura onions, and some more zinnias, and some more tomatoes that I got from the Crop Gardener's seed swap. And then this is some more seeds from the Crop Gardener in the back, some peppers, and my zucchinis and squashes from Haas Tools that are coming up amazingly. So those will go out in the garden next month sometime. And my little sweet potato slips that are doing great. There's like 1, 2, there's a couple more coming out down there. I think there's one that's about to pop up right here. There's a couple right here coming up. So in short order, I'll have lots of sweet potato slips to pluck off and put in a jar of water so they can root, and then I can plant those out in the garden in the next couple months. And of course, because I can't help myself, more seeds to sow, like I have the room for it, but we'll find it. We'll find some room for them for sure. So here's the flowers that I've been hardening off all week. I'm gonna be moving these into the garden somewhere. I don't really know exactly where all of these are gonna go, but I have several different kinds of zinnias. This is the raspberry lemonade zinnia, some sunrise zinnia, some vinca, some orange wonder snapdragons, some silver dollar eucalyptus. So these snapdragons almost died all on me, but some of them came back to life. These are some cherry twist snapdragons and oriental lantern snapdragons. I don't think I only have like 1, maybe 2 of those. And these are gonna go in my greenstalk gazania, and if I can find a picture of these to put up, I definitely will, because I got these. I don't even know what kind of plant these are, but they are absolutely beautiful. And if they come out as beautiful as they are online, definitely getting more of those. Also, here I have some cosmos. I have 3 different kinds of cosmos. Rubenza, which is a red, apricot cosmo, and which one is this? This is Sweet Dreams Cosmo, which I think is a white. I don't know. I'll put a picture up. I got my 2 little lavenders that are flowering already. All right, we're going to start off with the Yukon Gold potato bed, and we have several that have surfaced. And I thought they were kind of surfacing pretty quickly, but I don't know. This is the first time I'm doing Yukon Gold, the first time I'm doing potatoes at all. But these are the only potatoes I think that have started to surface so far. But they're coming up, looking great. And this is the Norland Red potato bed that has garlic and cilantro and parsley all along the edges. No surfacing of the red potatoes yet that I can see. Oh, wait. There's one. Yay. One potato coming up so far, one potato plant. Oh, no. Ah! Oh, I'm so excited. There's another one. Yay, so progress. Oh, another one. Oh, the more I look, the more there are. I'm excited. Okay. Yay. My green stalk is not looking too terrible. The top tier is empty. This is where I put my zinnias. I'm going to plant some more zinnias in here today. But the lettuce is looking great. The alyssum is looking beautiful. I mean, look at that. Once I put these outside, they developed the colors so well. I still haven't seen any yellow or pink yet, but the purples are absolutely beautiful. I mean, look at these. I love alyssum. I got some strawberries. That one's a little dried out, so from the frost, I'm assuming. But got some new strawberry blooms coming in, so that's great. Got some that didn't survive the frost, but that's okay. We'll just pluck those off. Yeah, all those that are black in the middle didn't survive the last freeze that we had. Vidora onions, looking great. I did have to pull a bunch of the leaves off that were yellow from the frost. I don't know, but they had yellowed and they developed some spots, and you can see on this one it was yellowing with some white spots. I don't know if that's a fungus or if that was just frostbite, but I did come through and pruned all of the sick and sad looking leaves off of these onions. This is my Texas super sweet onions that are kind of sad looking, but I don't know, maybe they'll pick up when I give them a little shot of fertilizer. And also in my onion beds this week, so I'm gonna give these onions, all of my onions, a boost of nitrogen along with some calcium. So probably a calcium nitrate, I think I'll put in here. And the calcium will strengthen the cell wall of the onion and make it to where the onions can be stored for a longer period of time. So, and I'm seeing in here my Kennebec white potatoes are sprouting. Check that out. Lots of them are coming up. I did sprinkle a few Kennebec white potatoes in here because this bed was a little empty from much of these onion plants being dug up by the infamous neighborhood wildlife. So sadly, the fig trees died back to just above the soil level in each of the pots. So yesterday I came in and I pruned them down to the first sign of life, and hopefully they will come back after I give them some fertilizer and some good watering. But this was a green bud and now it's not so green, so I'm not excited about that. The last freeze really did a number to all of my figs. I also came in and I put some old lily bulbs that I had in one of my pots. I moved them out here, and also I have a bunch of mint and some more alyssum. And you just heard Gypsy crying because she can't go play with the neighbor's dogs. But, oh, there she goes. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Why don't you play with your sister, sissy? Play with your sister. You just ignoring her? Really? Play with her. She wants to play. Same story with this fig and the other fig. Cut them down to just above the soil level. But this one actually does have a little green bud on it. So that's promising. And the dogs are being crazy. And the alyssum is looking beautiful in this one. More peppermint. Love peppermint. I love the smell of it. And same thing for this one. Cut it down. And I don't think I saw any green budding on this one yet. Anywhere. Oh yeah, look. There's one little green bud right there. So that makes me happy. And the peppermint just went nuts on this one. The peppermint is all over. The alyssum didn't really do so hot in this bed, but I'm sure it'll catch up. I think this might actually end up being the yellow. I don't know. It looks white, but the colors kind of changed once I got them out here. I did some pruning on my banana magnolia because all of the tips were all dead and dried. So I'm going to give this some water and some fertilizer and watch it closely, and hopefully it comes back. If I have to do some more pruning to it, that's fine, I will. But I think she'll be okay. One of my big projects today in the garden is going to be pruning all my blackberries. I'm going to go through and differentiate between the dead foliage and the new fresh foliage, which is this that's coming up. So I have a lot of new growth coming out on these, but there are still some that are spent and need to go. So this one's spent, but there's a new one coming out in the same spot, so I'll just leave that. These blackberries, these are, let's see if I can remember the name of these. I'll figure it out and put it up on the screen. This is a University of Arkansas thornless blackberry. But look, I got some little blooms coming out, so that's awesome. This is all new growth here, and this is all spent growth. I think that I already pulled out all of the spent canes, except maybe this one. No, there's a little new growth coming out there. But I probably will prune this one off. When they turn dark brown and black, that means they are on their third year, because these bushes will produce fruit on their what we call primocane, which is their first year canes, and their floricanes, which are their second year canes. So I'll get production from both first and second year canes, and then after that they will turn a dark brown color, signaling that they are done and they're spent and they're ready to be pruned. So you prune those back and new ones come back and continue the production, and they spread like wildfire, as evidenced by and this is funny because it's all the way on the other side of this pathway. There's one that just popped up right there, but all you really got to do is just cut that off at the ground level and just go on about your business, unless you want a whole yard full of blackberries, which is awesome, but not everybody does. I did have to, and of course I still have my stash of leaves from the neighbor. I did have to apologize to my neighbor on the other side of this fence because I realized after I planted these how invasive they are. And new plants were popping up all along right here. And so I just knew and know that she's going to get some popping up in her vegetable garden, which is much more amazing than mine. And she said, you know what, if I have to worry about a free blackberry plant coming up, then I think that that's not a problem. So I don't think she's too upset about getting free blackberry plants popping up in her garden. So I'm thankful for that. You want to know something funny? I think this is a Vidora onion that got thrown out of the bed by one of the neighborhood wildlife, and it rooted and stood itself up and is just growing. So I just decided to leave it there and see what the heck it does, because it really doesn't have much to grow in. There's not much soil there. It's mostly wood chips, because right underneath it is weed barrier fabric. So that was really interesting to me. So honestly, you don't really need a whole lot to grow onions, apparently. Sweet boy. Okay. Hey. Oh. Hey everybody, it's the next day. Things got really busy yesterday, so I wasn't able to finish the video. But all of the blackberry bushes are pruned now. The only thing that's left on them now is all of the fresh growth, all the new growth. So hopefully that will stimulate them to grow and produce a big bumper crop of berries for me this spring. I fed everything, I watered everything, and I planted some more flowers. So today I might go ahead and start some seeds, and just enjoy the beautiful day. I woke up really early this morning, which is not the best idea because I have to go to work tonight. So I'll probably sit out here and soak up some sun and relax, and then go take a nap before I go to work. So everybody enjoy your weekend and keep growing.